Have you ever noticed how the most powerful moves are often the ones you asterisk do NT make? This brings us to our fifth Stoic rule, the art of strategic non-action. Imagine a master archer. She pulls the string back, takes her aim, and calculates the wind. She has done everything within her power to ensure the arrow hits its mark. But once she releases the arrow, what does she do? Does she run after it, trying to guide it with her hands? No, she stands still. She trusts the process. She understands that her work is done, and now she must allow physics, gravity, and the arrow's own trajectory to do the rest. This is strategic non-action. It's the profound difference between being busy and being effective. In a world that glorifies the hustle, that tells us to constantly be doing asterisk something asterisk, the Stoic reminds us that sometimes the most powerful act is to do absolutely nothing. It's about having the confidence to step back after you've planted the seeds, watered the soil, and provided the sunlight. You must trust that the seed will sprout in its own time. Trying to dig it up every day to see if it's growing will only kill it. This principle requires immense self-control and faith, understanding that some things simply cannot be rushed. You do your part, and then you let go, allowing the universe to do its part. But what if, while you're waiting, you could activate a force so powerful it begins to pull your desires towards you? This leads us to our sixth rule, gratitude as a manifesting force. I remember a time when I was struggling, feeling like nothing was going my way. I was focused on the bills I couldn't pay, the opportunities I had missed, and the things I didn't have. My world felt small, constricting, and full of lack. A friend, noticing my despair, gave me some simple advice. Every morning, before you even get out of bed, name 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. Skeptical, but desperate, I tried it. The first day, it was hard. I'm grateful for my breath, for the roof over my head, for the coffee I'm about to make. It felt forced, but I kept doing it. Slowly, something began to shift. By focusing on what I did have, my perspective changed. The constant nagging feeling of scarcity started to fade, replaced by a quiet sense of fullness. It wasn't that my problems vanished overnight, but my energy changed. I started noticing small opportunities I'd been blind to before. I felt lighter, more optimistic, and people responded to that. Gratitude wasn't about pretending my challenges didn't exist. It was about acknowledging reality, but choosing to focus on what was working. This is the core of Stoic gratitude. It's a powerful manifesting force because it shifts your entire energetic frequency from scarcity to abundance. It creates a magnetic field that attracts more of what you appreciate. Gratitude turns what you have into enough, and that feeling of enough becomes the fertile ground from which more can grow. This shift in focus naturally leads to a profound internal stability. It is this stability that allows you to weather any storm, not by fighting the waves, but by becoming the unshakable lighthouse. And this brings us to the seventh, and perhaps most crucial rule, the strength of emotional sovereignty. Think of your emotions like passengers in a car. Anger wants to slam on the gas. Sadness wants to pull over and stop. Fear wants to turn around and go back home. Now, imagine you let any one of them drive. Where would you end up? Lost, crashed, or exactly where you started? Emotional sovereignty is the realization that you are the driver. You own the car. The passengers can be there. You can hear them, acknowledge them, even feel their presence intensely, but they do not get to touch the steering wheel. This is a life-altering affirmation. Your emotions are created asterisk by asterisk you. They are not happening asterisk to asterisk you. It doesn't mean you become a robot, devoid of feeling. It means you feel your anger fully, but you don't let it make you send that scathing email. You feel your sadness deeply, but you don't let it convince you to give up on your dreams. You maintain control over your internal state, your emotional home. When you achieve this, you become a powerful attractor. Just as a calm lake reflects a calm sky, a state of inner peace begins to attract peaceful circumstances into your life. You become the source, and your reality becomes the reflection. But mastering your emotions is one thing. How do you direct that focused energy to reshape the very fabric of your reality? The next rule reveals how to channel this inner power into tangible, world-altering action. Have you ever felt like you're constantly fighting against the current, pushing against a world that just won't budge? What if I told you that the very things you're fighting are not your enemies, but your greatest teachers, secretly holding the keys to everything you desire? Imagine a mighty river flowing towards the sea. It encounters rocks, fallen trees, and sharp bends in its path. Does the river try to smash the rocks into dust? Does it get angry at the fallen log and stop flowing? No, the river accepts the obstacle. It flows around it, over it, or through its cracks. The obstacle doesn't stop the river. It simply changes its course, making it stronger, deeper, and more resilient. The river understands a profound truth. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is the Stoic wisdom of accepted resistance. The ancient Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, wrote in his private journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just a clever phrase. It's a powerful strategy for life. We often believe that our path to success should be a clear, straight line. When we hit an obstacle, a job rejection, a financial setback, a difficult relationship, we see it as a sign of failure, a punishment, or a cruel twist of fate. We waste so much energy resenting it, complaining about it, and wishing it wasn't there. We fight against reality, and in doing so, we exhaust ourselves and remain stuck. But the Stoics invite us to see these obstacles not as roadblocks, but as invitations to grow. That difficult project at work isn't there to torment you. It's an invitation to develop new skills and prove your competence. That financial struggle isn't a life sentence of poverty. It's an invitation to learn resourcefulness, discipline, and creativity. By accepting the resistance, you stop fighting what is. You stop draining your precious energy on resentment and frustration. Instead, you become like water, flexible, persistent, and adaptable. You learn to use the obstacle's energy to propel you forward. The very thing that seemed destined to stop you becomes the fuel for your journey, the whetstone that sharpens your character. The universe isn't punishing you with obstacles. It's training you for the greatness you seek. Now consider this. Who is really in charge of your life? Is it your boss? Your bank account? The opinions of strangers on the internet? What if you could reclaim that power and become the undisputed authority of your own inner world? Think about a ship's captain navigating a storm. The captain cannot control the wind or the waves. Those are external circumstances. A panicked, fearful captain would surrender to the storm, letting the violent sea toss the ship wherever it pleases. He would be making the storm the boss of his ship's destiny. But a true captain takes command. He accepts the storm's presence, but focuses on what he can control: the rudder, the sails, his crew. He makes decisions not from fear of the waves, but from confidence in his skill and knowledge of his vessel. He is the authority on his ship, not the storm. This is the power of inner authority. True manifestation, the Stoic art of bringing your desires into reality, begins the moment you stop making external things the boss of your internal state. We are conditioned to do the opposite. We check our bank account and let the number dictate whether we feel abundant or scarce. We hear a critical comment and let it decide if we feel worthy or worthless. We look at the news and let it determine if we feel hopeful or fearful. We have given away our power. The great Stoic teacher Epictetus declared, "No one can hurt you without your permission." This means that external events have no inherent power over your soul. They are neutral. It is your judgment, your reaction, and the permission you grant them that gives them power. When you reclaim your inner authority, everything changes. You stop waiting for permission from the outside world to feel happy, confident, or worthy. You become the source of your own state. Decisions are no longer made from a place of fear or lack. I can't start this business because I don't have enough money. But from a place of inner conviction and power, I will find the resources because this is what I am meant to do. You stop being a leaf blown about by the winds of circumstance and become the captain of your own ship, steering with confidence through any storm. This shift from external validation to inner authority is the ultimate power move. It is the moment you stop asking the world for what you want and start creating it from within. But this leads to an even deeper principle, a hidden law that governs how our inner world creates our outer reality. Have you ever wondered why the more desperately you chase something, the further it seems to run away? What if I told you there's a timeless secret, a Stoic paradox, that can make everything you desire flow to you effortlessly? In this video, we're going to unlock the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and reveal the powerful rules that will help you manifest the life you've always wanted. Forget the frantic hustle. We're diving into a mindset that attracts success by letting go. Let's begin with the first powerful rule, the art of detached desire. Imagine a man who is utterly convinced that his happiness depends on winning a specific promotion at work. He thinks about it day and night. In meetings, his desperation is palpable. His voice is tight. He overanalyzes every word from his boss, and he sees every colleague as a rival. He works late, not out of passion, but out of fear. This neediness, this clinging desperation, actually clouds his judgment and makes him perform poorly. He's so focused on the outcome that he fumbles the process. His energy repels the very opportunity he craves. Now, picture a different person, his colleague, who also wants the promotion, but approaches it with a different philosophy. She understands the difference between wanting something and needing it. She desires the promotion, yes, but her inner peace isn't held hostage by it. She performs her duties with excellence, collaborates with her team, and focuses on what she can control, her effort, her attitude, and her skills. She holds the desire lightly, with a sense of what the Stoics called preferred indifference. She would prefer to get the promotion, but if she doesn't, she knows she will be okay. Her calmness and confidence make her more effective, more creative, and far more magnetic to her superiors. This is the essence of detached desire. It's about understanding that neediness creates a vibration of lack, a desperate energy that pushes away what you want. When you need something to be happy, you are telling the universe that you are incomplete without it. But when you simply prefer it, you operate from a place of wholeness and strength. Your happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus captured this perfectly when he taught, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True power isn't in getting everything you chase, but in reducing the number of things you feel you absolutely need. When you master this, you stop chasing and start attracting. A second rule that will bring everything to you is what I call present moment magnetism. Think about a time you were completely lost in a task you loved. Maybe it was painting, playing an instrument, or having a deep conversation. In those moments, time seemed to disappear. You weren't worrying about yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's anxieties. You were fully, completely, in the right here, right now. All of your energy, your consciousness, and your focus were consolidated into that single point in time. That state of total presence is your highest, most attractive, and most powerful state of being. All manifestation, all creation, happens in the present moment. You cannot build your future by living in it mentally. You can only build it by laying one brick at a time right now. When your mind is scattered, jumping between past regrets and future fears, your energy is diluted and weak. You walk through your day in a fog, missing the subtle signs, the chance encounters, and the brilliant ideas that are right in front of you. A scattered mind misses the whispered opportunities that the universe is constantly presenting. When you bring your full consciousness into the now, you become a magnet for what you seek. Your senses are sharpened. You notice the nuance in a conversation that opens a new door. You see a solution to a problem that was invisible before. You project an aura of calm, centered confidence that draws people and opportunities to you. You are operating at your peak vibration, fully aligned with the creative flow of life. The Roman Stoic Seneca observed this profound truth, stating, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Your power is not in the future you're hoping for. It's in the presence you cultivate right now. By anchoring yourself in the present, you don't just prepare for the future, you create it. You become a master of the moment, and in doing so, the world begins to shape itself around your focused, powerful presence. Have you ever noticed how the more you chase something, the faster it seems to run away? Whether it's love, money, or success, the desperation to get it often becomes the very thing that pushes it further from your grasp. What if I told you that the secret isn't in chasing harder, but in changing your entire perspective? What if the key to getting everything you want is to first realize you already have enough? This is one of the most counterintuitive, yet powerful, Stoic rules that can completely transform your life and manifest your deepest desires. Today, we're diving deep into the final 3 Stoic rules that will help you attract everything you desire, not through force, but through alignment. Let's begin with rule number 8, the philosophy of enough. Imagine 2 neighbors, both with similar homes, similar jobs, and similar families. One is constantly stressed, always looking at the bigger house down the street, the newer car his colleague just bought, the exotic vacation photos on social media. He feels a constant sense of lack, believing happiness is just one more purchase away. He works himself to the bone, not out of passion, but out of a desperate need to fill a void that never seems to shrink. His life is a frantic race with no finish line. His neighbor, however, lives differently. He takes time to appreciate his home, enjoys weekend drives in his reliable car, and finds joy in simple family moments. He's not complacent. He still has ambitions and works diligently. But his actions come from a place of contentment, not desperation. He operates from a sense of fullness, grateful for what he has. Paradoxically, because he isn't desperate, opportunities seem to find him. A promotion comes his way because his calm, confident demeanor makes him a natural leader. New friendships blossom because he is present and genuine. He attracts abundance because he already feels abundant. This is the essence of the philosophy of enough. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." True wealth is not an external number in a bank account. It's an internal state of being. When you can genuinely look at your life and feel that what you have is enough, you stop operating from a place of scarcity and neediness. This shift is magnetic. The universe doesn't respond to your desperation. It responds to your energy. When your energy is one of sufficiency and gratitude, you naturally attract more things to be grateful for. You stop chasing and start attracting. Next, we explore a rule that requires immense bravery, but unlocks your most potent self. The courage of authentic expression. Think about the masks we wear every day. The agreeable colleague who nods along in meetings despite disagreeing. The perfect child who pursues a career they hate to please their parents. The stoic friend who says, "I'm fine," when their world is crumbling. We play these roles thinking they will protect us or help us get what we want. But in reality, each act of inauthenticity is like building a dam within ourselves. It creates a subtle internal resistance, a friction that blocks the natural flow of our energy and desires. You can't attract what is truly meant for you if you're pretending to be someone you not. True power lies in dismantling these roles and embracing your authentic self. This means having the courage to speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. It means pursuing the path that genuinely excites you, guided by your own values, not the expectations of others. It means allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to show your true feelings, and to live in alignment with who you really are. This is not about being reckless or inconsiderate. It's about being honest. When you live authentically, you align your inner world with your outer actions. That alignment is incredibly powerful. The universe can finally recognize you. It can deliver the people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with your true self, not with the character you've been playing. The authentic you is your most magnetic, powerful, and effective self. Finally, we arrive at the 10th rule, one that ties everything together. Trust in divine timing. We've all been there working tirelessly toward a goal, doing everything right, only to be met with silence and delay. In these moments, impatience and doubt creep in. We start to question our efforts, our path, and even ourselves. We try to force things, to control the outcome, believing that our timeline is the only one that matters. But this struggle is like trying to fight the tide. It's exhausting and ultimately futile. Trusting in divine timing is an act of active faith in the intelligence of the universe. It's the profound understanding that everything in your life is unfolding exactly when and how it is meant to. This isn't passive waiting. It's about doing your part with full dedication and passion, and then surrendering the when and how with grace. You plant the seeds, water them diligently, but you trust the natural process of growth. You understand that a delay is not a denial. Sometimes a delay is divine protection, shielding you from an opportunity that wasn't right for you. Other times, it's divine preparation, giving you the time you need to grow into the person who is ready to receive what you've asked for. When you can release your grip on the outcome and trust the larger intelligence at play, you replace anxiety with peace. You continue to do your work from a place of faith, knowing that everything you desire is on its way, arriving at the perfect moment. These principles, the philosophy of enough, the courage of authentic expression, and trust in divine timing are not just abstract ideas. They are practical tools for a profound shift in how you navigate the world. They teach you to stop chasing and start attracting, to stop pretending and start being, to stop forcing and start trusting. By integrating these Stoic rules, you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe, allowing everything you truly desire to come to you. If these ideas resonated with you, let me know in the comments which rule you're going to start practicing first. And if you found value in this video, please give it a like. Share it with someone who might need to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on ancient wisdom for modern living. Thank you for watching.